I'm strongly against a closed shop. But I suspect if we, at times we've got to be maybe not quite so Premier League focused, Kieran, because I think if I, for instance, put a Spanish supporter in here, go, well, Real Madrid are always going to be in it. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's easy to, like, in the back of their Real Madrid, I mean, they've probably qualified for 20 consecutive Champions Leagues at this point, Real Madrid. So that person will be saying, well, Real Madrid, as far as I'm concerned, we haven't got a pathway anyway. So you might as well go off and do your mad Super League thing. Or that you could see how they could end up in that position. But we know, not least because 2 seasons ago, Liverpool didn't qualify for the Champions League. That we might think, well, Liverpool are in great nick now. But we know it doesn't take much. Yeah. And that's why I think, and you should be punished if you're not good enough to qualify for the big competition. You should be punished, and that's what it should come down to. But the oddest thing that UEFA have to deal with is the way the clubs are funded and the way the money operates in England is different to Spain. It's more equal in England, the TV money. It's more Real Madrid, Barcelona. Germany's a different case again. And UEFA's, I think what we have to remember is UEFA's constantly trying to pass all of these things at once. Like, I'm on UEFA's back in a number of ways, but you are having to deal with, well, the French thing at the minute's on the verge of collapse because of this. Italy's working, do you know what I mean? And we've got to remember, I think, that whilst we'd say, well, close shop, we don't want to close shop, some countries will be going, well, Paris Saint-Germain are going to get it regardless, so it's a closed shop as far as that's concerned.
It is, but there's that, and then there's an official closed shop.
Yeah, no, exactly.
And I think that's the difference there. I mean, nobody wants to be told that this is the way it is, and that there's no chance for certain teams. There's a reason we have qualifications. Like, Liverpool didn't qualify a couple of years ago, and that meant we shouldn't have been in the European Cup. Even though you ask any other Liverpool fan at the time, we would have said if we were allowed in that we could go and win it next year if we finish 5th, 6th or 7th. That's the way Liverpool are. But ultimately, you weren't good enough. And the reason this is the elite competition is because the elite teams playing it. And it used to be the winners of every league, and now it's the top 4 sides or top 3 sides in some cases, which is the best teams across Europe. So if you haven't finished in the top 4 in your league, to be going then into a competition to be crowned the best team in Europe just doesn't make any sense to me. Yeah. So that's the reason why it is better in this format. No one wants a closed shop. Certainly me, anyway.
It's more like, if you're a hypothetical Spanish man, yes, he'd say Real Madrid are going to be in it. But if he's a Real Sociedad fan, he'd be like, yeah, I'm not that bothered. Real Madrid are always going to be in it, but maybe my team will qualify for it one day. That's what you don't get when it's with the closed shop. There's
and then when we're in it, we'll show you.
Yeah, there's nothing to strive for, and there's no peril in you can't get relegated from it. It's silly, and there was elements of that in the FIFA World Club Cup with the teams they ended up inviting, sort of for vague reasons because Messi plays for them and things like that. So, I think it has to make sense for people's minds, and so that's why I really would say that about the closed shop. One thing just to stick up for UEFA, as you were doing, that I think people haven't mentioned, and I might be not aware of all the facts here, but there's kind of in sport in general, there's like the looming presence of splinter groups, which I think UEFA have to also be aware of. So if you're saying it's a bad thing that it's a cash cow, there's a big cash cow over there, that Live Golf is the example, isn't there, where a rival tournament basically gets set up which has got more money in it, and suddenly there's players of golf or teams, if it was football, thinking, oh, well, we're going to play in the Saudi Champions League, thank you very much, because there's more money in it. So that's another thing, that a looming thing where it's almost like, careful what you wish for. We might be sort of complaining about certain things, but that could end up being far worse and not set up for our supporters-based goals at all.
To sort of sum all of it up, one of the things that sort of, we're so lucky supporting Liverpool, but one of the things, the flip side of that is, stop with you, Adam, but sort of want to pull everyone in on this, is there is just a love for European football. There's a love for the idea of travelling to places. There's a love for the idea of when you're there putting a show on, that when they come back here, they get a show put on as well. There's respect for opposition supporters, which I think there is across European football, I want to be clear, but we're lucky that we've had so much of it and felt like trailblazers in the English league around it. Liverpool and Manchester United have been, in different eras, genuine trailblazers in embracing the European challenge in every single way. That's why I think we feel a little bit like we want to guard it. We want it to be right. We want it to be enjoyable because we feel as though
we understand it more than anybody else,
and it can be the best. Like, we know how you can make it the best, not just to be the best. That helps, but you can have a run like the year you win at Istanbul, and we're not the best team in Europe, but my God, did we enjoy all the steps along? Like, I think it's just innate, isn't it? And I think that's why, when you think about the Swiss system, when you're looking at the games, when the draw comes out, everyone's desperate to get the flights or just to see when they are and to go from there. I know people are coming from all over the globe to be part of the Atletico game because they want to have a European night at Anfield. The Madrid players themselves will be excited. This does feel like it's our thing in a way that might piss some people off from time to time, but I think we want to wear it well.
Maybe it pisses people off. I don't know. I think everything we do pisses somebody off. But I feel like we seem like old hands at it, really, and it doesn't get any sort of less meaningful or exciting. But when you see other teams, so like Newcastle 2 seasons ago, that felt like, it didn't go that far, but that felt like a real kind of Liverpool European thing that they were doing there. And I think Villa were really excited last season. And this season you've got, is it Palace and Forest? I'm thinking of.
Well, they're playing European football for the first time.
European football, yeah. So there's a thing there where I think they are feeling, without certainly saying it, certainly Forest wouldn't say it, is that they're doing a bit of a Liverpool style European adventure. But yeah, and I still love the fact that teams love coming to Anfield, and there's people I know that support different teams around Europe that are always got their fingers crossed that they'll get the Anfield trip. Got a good friend who I keep mentioning on these shows for some reason, a Frankfurt fan who was really excited to draw Liverpool, but a bit like, it's at home.